Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your October reading. Already October. So, time flies. This month for you. I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month. The first card that I have was two cards, and it is the Two of Wands with the Lovers. So here we are talking about a decision, a new path opening in front of you this month that is going to give you the opportunity to balance your feminine, your masculine in the Lovers, to elevate yourself, to be inspired by your higher self for a decision to take that new path. After that, I have the Queen of Swords. Now, you can't take a path that you cannot perceive. And the Queen of Swords is about perception, what she sees in front of her. If she looks from a wounded place with her disappointments and heartaches and how betrayals, and we can imagine all of the bad swords here. That's the perception she will have in front of her. And it is from these perceptions that she will take her decisions. But if she is healed, if she truly has that crown of butterflies, where the pain and all of these things have been transformed into wisdom, then that is what she's going to be able to see in front of her. The truth and the reality from a healed, transformed place. And that's why she is welcoming. She has a hand up there. She's welcoming and offering. And at the same time, she has the sword of truth to protect her heart because she is wise. And then after, we have another queen, Queen of Pentacles. And that is the feminine part that can apply her abundance, her capacity, her value, her worth. We can think of Venus here into the 3D reality that we have here. So to have the perception and to apply it into this reality, bringing solidity and bringing value to oneself. Under the decision here, the Two of Wands. So it's really a decision of there's two ways to be and walk in this life. Under that I have the Two of Cups, and then I have the Empress. So here, Two of Cups. So a lot of you Scorpios this month will make a decision about a relationship that you have. But the Two of Cups is not only relationships. It is all of the mirrors in our lives. So it can be our co-workers, family, friends, the postman, anybody we have interactions with. And so therefore the type of interaction, the level, the vibration of that interaction. What is in the cups of the people? What are they bringing in front of me? What are they mirroring? Here with the Empress, it's either your choice there will be either Empress upright or like this. So, am I filled with unconditional love for myself and outside of me? And that is obvious. Inspired, creative, abundant, ruled by Venus here. Let's remember Venus. Or am I more in a feeling of not being recognized and loved and abandoned and not prosperous and not abundant? There's two paths. And this month you'll be able to make a choice on them because you will change your perspective. Change your perspective because here we have Ace of Swords and Justice. That Ace of Swords that the Queen of Swords is getting, you're going to get it. And Justice has a sword because it is with that understanding and that clarity that is coming into your life that you're going to be able to rebalance things and change, Wheel of Fortune, the circumstances in your life. On top of the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Sphinx. I don't know if you can see with the reflection, that holds a sword. Because it's always the same thing that he will ask. The riddle is, why is my life like this? And the moment that you're not looking outside, but looking inside, that's when you get the enlightenment and the understanding. How do I participate in this reality of mine? And that's when the Wheel of Fortune, Rota, Tarot, Torah, and Ator, the goddess of nature here, because we do live in the 3D world of nature, Gaia. That's when the Wheel of Fortune, the reality aspect of what you believe, what you perceive, what you allow, will be able to change. If not, always the same thing with different faces. Here, under your Queen of Pentacles, we have a Page of Cups. Part of that readjustment will be more self-love. You are grabbing an Ace of Cups. You are rising the vibration that you have within your own cup. And I have a Page of Wands. You are changing and taking. See here, you have maybe your old way and your new way. We call him the Two of Wands, Lord of the Domain. Been there, done that. I have mastered that way of doing things, that way of bringing my willpower and all of that. In order to become a Two of Wands, there was an Ace that arrived. So here, the Two of Wands, you're in between your old cycle of the way you've been doing things and a new wand, a new inspiration, a new path, a new road, a new... our willpower is like a compass that kind of directs our decisions into what we will. And here you have that Ace of Wands in your hand, Page of Wands. So we can imagine that through that process you're gaining an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Wands. And here is going to be presented in this month the opportunity to make that switch. Bottom of the deck, I have the Seven of Cups. And that is a bit all of that, because the Seven of Cups is Venus. That's why I was asking you to remember Venus here in Scorpio. So what happens when Venus goes into Scorpio? I mean, if you're a Scorpio that has processed your emotions and wounds and all of that, that doesn't apply. Then it's just imagination, projections, and it's all beautiful. But if you haven't healed all of your wounds and past hurts and things like that, when Venus tries to go in there and brings unconditional love and abundance, then we have a fog that creates in front of us, and we cannot see the difference between what we imagine and what is reality. In a sense of we project our emotions. Sometimes we dream of great things, and other times it can transform into, oh my God, I'm gonna be abandoned and it's gonna be hell, nobody loves me. So we're going into extremes like this. In order to calm the Seven of Cups, to reassure, all the emotional insecurities come up, okay? There's somebody that can love me or whatever, and all of a sudden, oh, I'm not enough, and this and that, they all come up. All the emotional insecurities. With the clarity, it's clarity of from a healed place. Therefore, it's not my wounds that are projecting in front of me. It is my wisdom. And I am opening up to more. I am readjusting. Therefore, I will not be in the Seven of Cups anymore. Let's clarify this for Scorpio. And this month is a month that can be very effective. We have 2 full moons in the month of October. One on the 1st and the other one at the end of the month for Halloween here on the 31st. And that's why it's going to be a blue moon. Once in a blue moon here, you can use this opportunity to heal all of your emotional wounds that were hidden deep in your subconscious, in the bottom of the waters. And Scorpio can easily go put stuff there that he doesn't want to look at. All right. If any of you have to do with court, it's a very good omen for that. With these cards here. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Scorpios for the month of October, Spirit. Show me the Two of Wands and the Lovers. Two of Wands and the Lovers for Scorpios. Oops. Okay. Here's the Ace of Wands I was telling you about. Okay. So, here we have our Queen of Cups. Queen, Queen, Queen. It is all about what you allow. What comes before the actions. Queen of Cups. Your emotional state. How much do you love yourself? Self-love. This is the contract we have with the divine. Here, when you look at the Queen of Cups, you see that her cup is all decorated compared to all the other cups in the tarot. She has 2 angels on the sides and all of that. It's the same depiction as the Ark of the Covenant, which has the contract between us and the divine in it. It's a way to depict the principle that it is through our emotional vibration, our vibration per se, that the divine can come in. And then we apply our inspiration, creation in this 3D world. It is beneficiary to the divine that we are vibrating high, because this is how we give back and we feed back. Not when we are all lost like this or sad and in sorrow. When we are in anxiety, that's what we are creating out there. We are creating unstableness. This is Jupiter in Capricorn, 2 of Pentacles. So we have two lovers. And here we have Knight of Cups. The decision is either to remain like this, up and down in our emotions, trying to juggle and smiling out there and feeling like shit inside. I want this, but I don't believe I can, or I don't believe that the universe is gonna give it to me because I don't have enough self-love to absorb it. And that is where the choice will come in. That is where, here, that Ace of Wands, and here we have Faith and our 2 of Wands. There you go. So, that new ace is an ace of faith, is an ace of, I am going to get out of my conditioning and take this new path outside of my comfort zone, even if my comfort zone is this. I mean, if this is your reality, this speaks to you. I'm going to decide to open the valves of self-love, of rising my vibration. Self-love has nothing to do with ego. Self-love is the acknowledgement of the divine within us, and that we should cherish and engage ourselves into our happiness and emotional fulfillment. That doesn't mean not caring about the other. That means being overflowing with love. And therefore we can love the other. And we can rise the other to love us back unconditionally. This is rising the vibration of the planet. Okay. And the Knight of Cups, he is filled, his cup is filled, and he is, where should I bring my vibration? Where should I give it? Not who wants to fill my cup because I don't love myself. No, it is the other way around. And that's why the more we allow self-love, the better it is for everybody around. So that's why it is not a selfish thing. Okay, Queen of Swords. Show me the Queen of Swords, Spirit. Everybody's got beauty inside of them. They have a gem. They have a spark of the divine. To love oneself is to be able to let that out. Share ourselves. And love at the same time. Queen of Swords. That's why it's good for everybody. Here, 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups. The Queen of Swords here, the rebalancing. It comes out of understanding that where we vibrated before was not fulfilling. This guy, 8 of Swords, he's leaving 8 of Cups. He's leaving 8 cups behind him. Under the moon, that's an inner decision. With his red coat and a wand in his hand, he uses that willpower. I'm going to go for an Ace of Cups. I'm going to go for emotional fulfillment. And I will leave behind, disempowerment, being screwed, being stolen, etc., etc., of the thief in the night, which probably brings me anxiety and makes my emotional state up and down, up and down. This is, I lie to you just to get what I want. 7 of Swords. And that brings you anxiety, and that makes your thing going like this. So you see the switch and the decision between the two. Queen of Pentacles. Now, since full moons are total peaks of accomplishment, the first full moon will be in Aries, and that is your I am, your persona, the limits of you, full moon. Then you will have a new moon in Libra, balancing, and then another full moon in Taurus. Empress, Queen of Pentacles. That's the last full moon there. I stopped on the 6 of Pentacles. Finally allowing yourself to receive. And then again, 6 of Pentacles is giving and receiving from a fulfilled place and not a sacrificial place where we give our last shirt and we sacrifice ourselves, and usually it's not coming back around. But when we give from our fulfilled place, we give from pleasure and with no expectations, because we don't need, and that's the thing. And when we receive, it's the same principle. We receive from people that are happy to give to us and that don't expect in return. They're not giving for a reason, not because they have a plan. Empress gives and receives unconditionally. She is abundance. Queen of Pentacles. All right. There's the Devil, 10 of Swords, King of Pentacles. King and Queen of Pentacles, they are our engagement in this life. They are abundance, being able to invest ourselves into the other on the long term, being able to be fruitful, knowing we have enough and we can make whatever we want and set our hearts into. Ten of Swords, end of the cycle of feeling completely disempowered in what you want to build and create in this life, and not thinking you have what it takes. Not engaging yourself in you. Maybe a lot of you engaged yourself in others, but not in you. And that will be kind of your devil. You will have the devil in your Two of Cups, in your mirrors. Look at the other who you attracted, and it speaks of you. Okay. It speaks of what you allowed in and what you accept for yourself. Two of Cups. Clarify the Two of Cups for Scorpios. Seven of Pentacles. So, Seven of Pentacles, this is when we're putting efforts, time pass, but we haven't seen any results. Here I have the Six of Cups. Because if it would have been equal exchange union of love, like in the Six of Cups. And when I say equal, is the two of them are not counting. It's not like, oh, I gave you this, so, you know, and last time you gave me this and this. It's unconditional. It's just pouring out. They have white flowers growing out of these cups. They don't have old baggage, which they're kind of giving. No, you're receiving purity and giving purity. That is the new path. Because until now, the path that you were in that brought you anxiety and up and down did not give you any fruits. Justice. Can also come from childhood, where you got this belief and pattern about yourself. Always usually comes from childhood. Ace of Swords and Justice Spirit. There you go. Six of Pentacles. And here is our Seven of Swords. Instead of being disempowered, we're going to start to receive and give equally from a fulfilled place. So to be from a fulfilled place, we need to allow fulfillment in. So a beautiful balancing, rebalancing for you Scorpios. And here is Judgment with the Page of Cups. Rising all of those subconscious parts of you, you know, like I was talking about childhood there. The times that you tried, you arrived, because we all arrive full capacity of, you know, loving or whatever, depending of where we fall when we arrive here. And it's always, you know, well orchestrated for what we have to learn. But anyway, when a child didn't get traumatized or whatever on his heart chakra, will love purely, with no counting. That's why the Six of Cups is there. But when something happens and then we get rejected, or we're making somebody's making us feel that we're not enough, or that we don't deserve, or whatever, the parts of us that get hurt at that point are put with a piece of our soul into our subconscious with that pain. And that is these parts of us that come up and create the smoke screen when Venus wants, when abundance wants to come in. All those parts that were hurt, the feminine, the masculine, the inner child, they're all there in the Judgment card. Judgment, the trumpet, the vibration of the angel is rising these parts of us so we can embrace them and give them love so we can recuperate them and be whole again, and not having this bad self-criticizing voices or negative perspective of what is in front of us. Tower. It is kind of a bit of an awakening that's going to come for you. You're going to understand that in order to get your fulfillment and your capacity to create an abundant, stable, strong, engaged life in this reality, you have to vibrate higher emotionally and use your will to readjust that. Empress. Empress. King of Wands. It is a decision. It's like, yes, I want to vibrate there. This is my goal. This is where I'm heading. Like this guy holding a wand. This is my goal. My goal is to go get fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. Because my new perspective gives me the insight and the wisdom that that is essential. I will not sabotage myself anymore and have a life filled with anxiety and ups and downs and instability. No, my new reality will be prosperous and filled with unconditional love. I'm going to bring back balance into my life, where I'll be able to start receiving, and I will give from a fulfilled place. Wheel of Fortune. Here is the wand, here is the lover. The understanding to push the Wheel of Fortune is to grab that wand, to make the decision to grab that wand. What do I want my reality to be? And here you are grabbing it. Of course, at that point here, this is free will. The divine cannot impose you to take that decision. They cannot impose you to go for your emotional fulfillment. But they can put all the energies and the opportunities for you to do it. All of the insight and the understanding, if you are willing to grab it. Because this is a world of free will. And it is not, we are not puppets. It has no value if you haven't chose it yourself. Wheel of Fortune. Four of Swords. Healing, understanding. I am going to grab that, take that road. That is going to be my new willpower, because I want 10 of Pentacles. I want abundance, stability. This is the peak of the Queen and King of Pentacles, where they created an empire, long-term engagement. Is this the path I want to take? Within myself, you have to engage in yourself first. Love yourself first. Then these things are going to be mirrored in your life. And so beautiful abundance can come here with the Wheel of Fortune. If you decide to let go of this, use your wisdom, the sword of truth that you understand, finish your cycle of all of the swords, and invest in yourself. There you go, Scorpio. So, two empresses here and all those queens. It is really the step before the actions and the inner decisions you have to take. So I would say there's a rebalancing here happening. A Wheel of Fortune. I'll say Wheel of Fortune. There you go. It's a choice. It's a decision. Libra had a decision also, so it must be in the planets right now. And this for you. And so on this, thank you for watching and sharing and helping the channel grow. I'm gonna send you all my love and light. If you want a private reading, the description is below. There's an address to write to me. Thank you for the ones of you that gave donations. It helps more than you think. And yes, I'll see you next month. My heart goes to all of you that are still dealing with the craziness of 2020. We're all in it together, and yeah, may the light prevail.